Yes.
Please have a seat.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
जी आप पास करिए. तो Bharti ji, please tell us a little about yourself.
So, as you know my name, I basically belong from Nalanda, Bihar. Throughout, I have been a Kendriya Vidyalaya student. So, I have completed my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya. After that, I have done my bachelor's, that is integrated BA, B.Ed from Regional Institute of Education, Bhubaneswar. Then I have persuaded my master's from Central University of South Bihar, Gaya. And after that, I have a few years of experience in teaching both in Navodaya Vidyalaya, Kendriya Vidyalaya, and Mount Litera Z School.
Okay, you just used this word in your sentence that you persuaded your education. Is this right?
Pursued, sorry.
Yes. Okay. So, what are your hobbies?
So I like dancing and watching web series or movies.
Okay, which is your favorite movie of all time, or the one that you saw recently? You watched it?
Recently, I have seen a movie, The Man Named Otto.
Otto.
Yes, the main character was Tom Hanks.
Could you give me an example of a sentence using the words neither nor? Neither nor.
Neither I want to sleep nor I want to study.
Okay. So what difference does it make if I say it is neither or neither? What's the difference between the two? Are both of them correct? Which one is the right pronunciation, or what is the difference between the two?
Sir, actually, pronunciation differs. So many people pronounce so many words differently. Like so many people pronounce it neither nor. So
Why do they do so? There would be
May-
definitely some sort of reason behind
yes,
it.
sir. There are so many reasons, like from where they have been taught,
Okay.
or like the place from which they belong, or their regional distinction, which differentiates them. So
Okay.
that
So it
depends.
has nothing to do with British English or American English?
Yes, we have like we use British English, but we have Indianized it.
Okay.
That's why, and in India we have multiple languages. So again, it gets its accent from various places.
Okay, if I say neither is British English or American English?
So it is British, I guess. I
Please
guess
continue.
So, who is your favorite poet?
John Keats.
What do you know about John Keats?
So I know a few things about John Keats. That he belonged from the second generation of Romantic poets,
Okay.
and he is basically known for his odes, which he has written. But at the time he was writing, he wasn't taken in a way or regarded in such a manner like he is regarded right now or after his death. And he was actually practicing medicine. He got the degree that time, not actually degree, but the license that he can be a surgeon or he can assist the surgeon, such as junior surgeon. But after practicing for a few he months or something, he thought that that is very consuming job. He is not able to give his time or devote his time towards poetry, and he wrote to his brother George in a letter that if I'll not be able to give my time to poetry, I'll destroy myself.
Okay. The year 1819. This
Yes,
year
sir.
is famous for why?
Because that year his collections of odes, so many poems came into being, like ode on a Grecian urn, ode to a nightingale, ode to Psyche, or a few more poems also got published.
Okay. So, and who is your favorite novelist?
Novelist, I cannot actually figure out who is the favorite novelist, but I have read so many novelists
Can you give some name?
like Jane Austen, Emma,
Okay.
Persuasion,
Okay.
Pride and Prejudice.
Okay.
These are the novels which I have read of her. Then, but I have read just one of Dostoevsky, but I like that
Crime
so
and
very
Punishment.
much.
Crime and Punishment.
No, sir, not Crime and Punishment. The Underground Man.
Underground Man.
Yes, sir, The Underground Man. I read that and I was so deeply moved by it when I read it in my masters.
Okay.
I because that is the first, I guess, was the text which made me feel like yes, life exists other than those people or other than those which were being followed in classical times, because at that time heroes were very royal, the royalty, they were being treated as royalty, like if they can make certain, they were protagonist. But that was the first text which made me believe that you can nor become a hero, neither you can become a villain, you are both of it.
Okay, so how will you differentiate adjective and adverb?
So with their uses, I guess I can.
So can you give some examples of adjective
Like,
and adverb?
yes, sir. Like in adjective, actually, we have both kind of adjectives: ing adjectives and ed adjectives. Ing adjectives tells us the cause. Like, this movie is boring. This
Okay.
is telling us the cause, and that's why I am bored. So
Okay.
bored is the ed adjective. So here it is the adjective. Then adverb are of various kinds, like adverb of manner, frequency, time, place. So on the basis of that, we can
So
differentiate.
can you give some examples of adverb of frequency? How can you identify that it is the
Often.
adverb? Often.
Often, seldom.
Okay. Seldom, it is an adverb
is
and
an-
it is adverb of frequency.
Frequency, yes, sir, sorry, I was right then.
So there are some adverbs, adverb of negation. Have you heard about this term? Adverb
No.
affirmation and negation?
No, sir, sorry. I have
Okay.
not heard this.
So, what is the difference between adverb of degree and adverb of manner?
Adverb of manner, like beautifully. She writes beautifully. Yes. Adverb of manner is that. And what was the other thing? Place.
Yeah.
Yes. Where?
Okay. Where?
Here.
Here.
There.
Okay.
These
Suppose I say, yesterday I met my friend at the market. Am I
Yes.
right or wrong?
Yes, sir. Because adverbs can be placed at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. So on that basis, we can write that.
Okay. I always get late for school. Am I right or wrong here? I always get late for school.
I always get late for school. Like, it is grammatically correct, but it's,
The placement of adverb.
yes. What do you say, sir? I?
Always get late for school.
Yes, it is right. I always get late for school.
Okay. Talking about romantic period. As
Yes,
you
sir.
said, John Keats belonged to later romantic age.
Yes, sir.
So who were the early romantic poets?
William Blake, William Wordsworth, and Samuel Taylor Coleridge.
St. Coleridge. The year 1798.
98.
98. It is very important from the perspective of English
Publication
literature.
of lyrical ballad.
The publication of lyrical ballads. How many poems were in lyrical ballads?
Sir, I don't remember how many poems were there exactly, but it contained the poems of, I guess, 19 poems of William Wordsworth and 3 poems by Samuel Taylor Coleridge.
Three
I
poems.
I guess. I'm not sure actually right now.
Okay. So the year 1937, it is also very important. So, why?
1937. Sorry, sir, I cannot
Okay.
remember
So,
that.
have you heard about the term Commonwealth period?
Yes, sir, I have heard about it.
What was Commonwealth period? The year 1688 is known for what?
1688. Sorry, sir, I'm very
Glorious Revolution,
glorious.
which took place in England. So, what was Glorious Revolution? No idea. Okay. Have you prepared your demo?
Yes, sir, I have prepared my demo.
Okay. So, you can give your demo.
Date is 5th of May 2023. Then my class is 10th. Topic is poem and subtopic I'll write later. whose poem I'm going to do.
You had to write subject.
Yes, sir. Class is there, subject is there. Sir. Classes. Good morning, everyone. So, again, good morning. And before we begin the class in a very monotonous way, or before jumping to the poem, let me ask you a few questions. And can I take the permission of all of you that I'll assume you as the class?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. When you were coming to the school, or while coming to the school, or while doing anything on the road, what are the things which you see? What are the colors do you see? What are the colors that you have seen while coming here to the academy? Can you please tell me? The colors are, ma'am, blue, green, red. These are the colors which we see. And what are the things which you see which represent something, which are something but can represent different things in our life or in our real life scenario? Like blue. Blue represents sky. Green represents spring. Red can represent danger or blood, love, so many things. So we can see that these are the representation of something. So for this, there is certain word that is called symbols. Like blue, the symbol of sky. Green is a symbol of spring. Red is a symbol of all these things. So today we are going to read a symbolic poem by Robert Frost. So the subtopic is fire and ice. That is a poem by Robert Frost. Now you could see that in this poem actually Robert Frost has not just talked of fire and ice like anything, like there is certain fire going on here before Holika Dahan, that we say Holika Dahan, or that we are going to refrigerate or we are going to produce some ice. No, he is not talking of fire and ice in that way. Rather, he has talked of fire and ice in some representational values, or that these represents human things, human desires, human needs. So what are these needs, human desires which fire and ice represent in this poem? That is what we have to see. Like fire. What is it which you can understand with the word fire, which is similar to human feelings and desires? What are those things? So the like certain burning things which is inside us, which grows inside us. So these are anger, lust, envy, which represents the qualities of burning fire. So fire is a symbol of anger, lust, envy, avarice, so many things in this poem. Then come to the word ice. What is it which ice symbolizes? Now let us see. Because ice, the moment you hear the word ice, you see this coldness, numbness. Because you might have seen that when people have to preserve something, or even the dead bodies are kept on ice so that they do not degenerate. So ice. Ice represents coldness. Coldness in human behavior. Coldness, intolerance, numbness, indifferent. So, as we all know that Robert Frost is a world-known poet. He is a poet of America, who belongs from America. He was born on 1878?
1963. He died in 1963.
He died in 1963, yes, sorry. So, Robert Frost. So, Robert Frost is basically known for his precise, lucid kind of write poetry. That he writes very symbolic
Okay,
poems.
you can sit.
This is the sentence. Either Josh or his family members dash coming is or are. You have to fill in. What should be the right one? Either Josh or his family members dash
Are coming.
Are coming.
Yes,
Why?
sir.
Should
Because
be
we
easy?
have taken here with family members.
Okay, but Josh is also there.
Yes, but it
Didn't
is
Josh influence this then?
yes, it does influence, but either Josh or his family members. When it comes to family members, then it will be are coming, I guess.
Are coming. Sure. Thank you.
Now that you have come for the interview of KVS,
Yes, sir.
we want to know what is your awareness about KVS? What do you know about KVS?
Sir, KVS was actually set up in 1963, and it was set up with the idea that the defense people or the paramilitary people, when they are transferred from one place to another, their children should not be should not actually, what do we say, like they should be aware of everything that is going on in the country, or that they should get proper education. With that idea, KVS came into being, and it was actually, when it was opened, it was central schools. Later on, it got the name Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan.
The motto of KVS,
Tatvam Pushan Apavinu. That
what is the meaning of that?
they want to teach everybody. They want that was the motto, that everybody should get the proper education. They should not be deprived of it. That was.
There are some schools of KVS outside India also. Are you aware
Yes,
of
sir.
that?
Yes, sir. 3 schools
Yeah.
are
Which
outside
those?
India. In Kathmandu, Nepal.
Okay.
One is in Moscow, Russia, and one is in Iran, the capital Tehran. Tehran. Yes, sir.
Okay, what are the qualities of a good teacher according to you?
So being honest,
Okay.
mm, and a teacher should be a role model for his students, like somebody who practices what he preaches or preaches what he practices.
Okay, role model. Okay. Other than role model and honest.
Lively, a teacher should be lively, enthusiastic, or dedicated towards his students' well-being.
Okay. And what are the responsibilities of a teacher according to you? Other than teaching.
Other than teaching, all-round development of a student. It is not that he is responsible for just the academic growth of the student, that student should get 90%, but a student should be kind of good in every aspect. That is what a teacher should try. His behaviors, his morals, or his attitude towards other people, towards his friends, these are the things that the teacher
Okay,
should.
there are two types of sonnets in English literature. Can you name them? The two types of sonnets.
Shakespearean sonnet and Spenserian sonnet.
Okay, so what was the rhyme scheme of Shakespearean sonnet?
AB, AB.
AB, AB,
Yes, sir.
and then
There was a stanza, and at the end it was, and there were, at the end it has got couplets.
okay.
Yes, sir.
But I'm asking about the rhyme scheme, rhyming scheme.
So I'm not able to remember.
Okay, my simple question to you: the difference between simile and metaphor. What is the
Simile, sir, both are actually used to compare things, but in simile we use the words as or like, but in metaphors we directly compare. We do not use the words as or like.
Okay, you have to give one example of simile and one example of metaphor.
Okay, sir. Camel is like a ship of desert.
Okay.
That is simile. Camel is the ship of desert is a metaphor.
Okay.
So now Anu, like your demo is over, subject questions have also been covered. Some general questions have also been covered. Now, one last question from our panelists. So, we have been interviewing many candidates throughout the day for this position for TGT English. But we want to select the best of the best of all the candidates. Now, you have to convince us in next 30 seconds why we should hire you for this position.
I cannot say that I'm the best, but I'll definitely try my best for the best of the students. I am not someone who knows everything, but I'm a quick learner and I try to learn very quickly things. So I'll work very hard. I'll work very hard towards the benefit of children, and that is what I want. That I have been working for the progress of my children in past years, and the same thing I'll continue to do for my students.
So, Anu ma'am, this was your first interview, right, with the panel?
Yes.
Being the first interview, this was a good interview, I can say. Your confidence is good, your voice is also good. Most of the subject questions you answered gave given very fair answers. Some of them very you were fumbled, I guess, in one or two questions, but that's okay, that's fine. But most of the questions you answered it very well. One thing I have noticed that you, as far as eye contact is concerned, it's missing.
Okay.
Even with the panelist who is asking you the questions, with him also you lose your eye contact.
Okay.
Maybe that gives me an indication that somewhere either you are not aware of this question which he is asking, that's the reason you start looking downwards, or then you neglect that eye contact with the panelist. And it should be like when you are answering any of the question, you have to maintain an eye contact with all the three panelists. Your eye contact is mostly with the person who is asking the questions, and if we cross questions, sometimes you lose that momentum, then you lose your eye contact also. Just take care of that thing.
Okay.
Subject, you have a good understanding, that I have seen. As now coming to the demo part, ma'am, your demo needs to be structured, I guess so, according to me.
Okay, sir.
When you, I will just point out one or two things over here in the demo. When you have been asked to give the demo, after that, when you stand up and go to, at that time you have to take the permission. Can I consider this room as my classroom?
Okay,
You
sir.
took it later after you have started the class, and then you realize that let me ask this, that I consider this. So when you get up at that time, you can ask that, can I consider this room as my classroom? When you start, you immediately started writing date, and then you went to the subject and this. Good morning, students. How are you all? Ma'am is also fine. So today our subject is English. To make it more engaging and interacting, then you write the subject date. Okay, we are studying in so and today our topic is poem. So it looks more engaging and interacting because you have a lot of subject content, you have a lot of knowledge, but only it needs to be organized a bit. Then it will look much more better. Your interview will be much more better. So like qualities of teacher, you explained very well, that role model, honest, why we should hire you, like you are a quick learner. Those were convincing answers, but some of the basic parts you need to take care when you are using the demo, because demo plays a crucial role in your interview. So please, if you are not able to recollect, you can make notes of these points, that how you have to follow the demo process. The rest all it was good, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So, in introduction, you said, I belong from Bihar. I belong from, or I belong to Bihar?
I belong to Bihar.
Okay. And lack of eye contact, one thing you need to work.
Yes, sir.
And your hand movements, that
Yes,
should
sir.
not be there. And you were a bit confused today. Okay. And about your demo, as sir said, it was not well organized. You need to work your demo. It should be well organized. Your introduction should be good. An announcement of the topic should be very good. And your confidence, it was good for me. And overall, your interview was good and bad. It is a kind of mixture of two, good and bad,
Okay, sir.
right? So you need to work a bit more. Okay, sir.
I also have a similar feedback, sir. One thing I'd like to address here is, if you are not sure about a particular date, you can just say that I can't recollect the date right now. Don't tell us that I'm not very good with dates and everything, because that may put us some bad impression on us. So just simply say, be factual, nothing more. Thank you.